What'd you do if you found out you were the family disappointment right before giving a speech about how great your parents are? My parents' 30th anniversary, and guess who they asked to give the toast? Me, the kid they barely make eye contact with at dinner. I figured maybe they were finally seeing me different. I went upstairs to practice what I was gonna say. Walked into their room and saw a journal sitting on the nightstand. I thought it was like a memory book or something cute for the party. I picked it up, flipped to a random page. 4 names listed top to bottom. Mine was at the very end with a number 4 next to it. I turned the page. Same list, same spot. I should have put it down. I didn't. The first entry was from when I was 8 years old. 8. It said, not as quick as the others. May need extra support. I was a child and already losing. Age 10, she wrote that I was too emotional and cries over everything. I remember that year. My goldfish died and nobody understood why I was sad. Age 12, she compared my report card to my brother's and wrote night and day. She underlined it twice. Age 14, there was a whole paragraph about how I embarrassed them at my aunt's funeral by making it about myself. I cried at a funeral. That was my crime. Age 16, she wrote that she and my dad discussed whether I had something wrong with me and decided to wait and see. They thought I was broken. They never said a word. Age 18 was the worst one yet. Graduation day. The day I thought they were proud of me. She wrote, smiled through the ceremony but felt nothing. Expected more by now. I gave a speech that day. I won an award. She felt nothing. Age 21, there was a list titled Concerns. It included how I dressed, who I dated, and the fact that I laughed too loud in public. Age 24, she wrote that holidays were harder when he's there, and they started making excuses to keep visits short. I thought they were just busy. Age 26, she said she was grieving the child I thought I'd have. Grieving. Like I died. Like the real me never showed up, and she was stuck with whatever I was. The last entry was dated 11 days ago. It said, giving him the toast as a final opportunity. If he fails this, we may need to accept who he is. Final opportunity. That's what tonight was. Not a celebration. A test. And I was already failing in her mind before I even opened my mouth. I heard chairs scraping downstairs, people getting settled, my dad's voice saying, almost time. I closed the journal. 15 years of being watched and measured and ranked, and I never knew. I walked to the mirror and fixed my tie. My face looked the same, but I didn't recognize the person looking back anymore. I walked downstairs and everyone clapped like I was already doing a good job. My mom handed me a glass of champagne and whispered, don't be nervous, just speak from the heart. I almost laughed. I raised my glass. 30 years of marriage is a long time. A lot of memories, a lot of moments. Some you share with everyone, some you keep hidden. My mom's smile flickered. I kept going. I found something upstairs. A journal. Goes back 15 years. The room got quiet. My dad set his drink down. It's got all of us in there. Me and my siblings. Ranked. Every single year. My sister looked at my brother. My brother looked at my mom. My mom looked at the floor. I was last every time. Not once did I crack the top 3 in my own family. Someone whispered, oh my god. I pulled the journal out from under my jacket. Age 8, I needed extra support. Age 16, you thought something was wrong with me. Age 18, you felt nothing at my graduation. My mom finally spoke. This isn't the place for this. I nodded. You're right. The place was at home, in private, but you never said anything to my face. You just wrote it down and smiled at me like everything was fine. I opened to the last page and read it out loud. Final opportunity. If he fails this, we may need to accept who he is. I closed it. I didn't fail. You did. You failed me for 15 years. I set the journal on the table in front of her. Happy anniversary. I put the glass down and walked toward the door. Nobody tried to stop me. I sat in my car for an hour waiting for someone to come outside. Nobody did. That told me everything the journal didn't.